Hi Sunbears, it's Miss Becky again. This week for math, we're going to continue our talk about money. So last week, we talked about two different coins. We talked about this one, our penny, which was worth 1 cent. And we talked about our nickel, which is worth 5 cents. This week, I have two new coins to show you. The first one I'm going to show you is this one. It's the same color as our nickel. It's like that grayish silver color. It's smaller than our nickel. It's smaller than our penny. There's a picture on the front of a president. That's President Franklin Roosevelt. And there's a picture of a torch and a tree and an olive branch on the back. This coin is called a dime. So here's a picture of our dime, a little closer so you can see. So this is called a dime. And a dime has Franklin Roosevelt on the front. He was one of the presidents of the United States. And then on the back, there's a torch and an olive branch and a tree. And it says on the bottom, 1 dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. So 1 dime is 10 cents. When we count dimes, we're going to count by tens. So let's practice counting some dimes. I'm going to use my black marker because I don't have a gray or a silver. So I'm going to draw some circles for my dimes. There we go. So when we count dimes, we're going to count by tens. So we start here. 10, 20, 30, 40. I have 4 dimes, which is 40 cents. So I'm going to write my 40 cents. So I write mine 40, a 4, and a 0. And then I need to write my cent sign. That tells me that I have 40 cents, which is it's like a C with a line through it. So I have 4 dimes, which is 40 cents. Let's do another one. All right, so here are my dimes. Remember, we count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I have 7 dimes, which is 70 cents. So I'm going to write 70 cents. So I'm going to write my 70, which is 7, 0, and my cent sign. You always need to write your cent sign. That way we know you're talking about money. So a dime is worth 10 cents. Here's my dime with Franklin Roosevelt on the front and a torch and a tree and an olive branch on the back. And it's the smallest coin that there is. It's worth 10 cents. The next coin we're going to talk about is one of the bigger coins. It's bigger than a dime. It's bigger than a nickel. And it's bigger than a penny. It's one of the biggest coins there is. There's a picture on the front of George Washington and a picture of an eagle on the back. Does anybody know what this coin is called? This is a quarter. A quarter has a picture of George Washington on the front. He was the first president of the United States. And then there's a picture of an eagle on the back. Now these are the older quarters. Some of the newer quarters have different pictures on the back, and there's a lot of them. There's one for each state and different landforms and mountains. A quarter is worth 25 cents. So when you see a quarter, you're going to count by 25s. It's worth 25 cents. Again, this is a quarter. It's one of the biggest coins. It's worth 25 cents. There's George Washington on the front. He's got a long ponytail. And there's an eagle on the back. So now, let's see if we can identify which is which coin. The first one I have, it's a big coin. It's bigger than this one. It's bigger than our penny that we know. It's bigger than our nickel, but it's the same color. There's a picture of a guy with a ponytail on the front, and there's an eagle on the back. Does anyone remember what this coin is called? This is a quarter. Quarter. And it's worth 25 cents. The next one we have is this one. This is the smallest one. It's smaller than our nickel. It's smaller than our penny. And it's smaller than our quarter. There's a picture of a man with short hair on the front. And on the back, there's a torch and a tree and an olive branch. Who remembers what this coin is called? It's a dime. And a dime is worth 10 cents. So when you count dimes, you count by tens. So we have talked about all the different coins of money. So you can ask your parents to help you, and you can count some change with them. Maybe the next time you're out, you can help them count out the change, since we know what each coin is worth. Bye, Sun Bears.